Off tape is the off tape. This is the off tape is the off tape. This is the off.
Yes, sir. I think when you were talking about, you were telling me about. I think you were telling me about how you met Kennis, because I was saying that was not the time you met Kennis. That show. It was way before. Like, so I want to know now. Maybe give us how did Kennis come into the picture? Because I know you guys were released under Kennis music.
Idris,
Yeah.
I went to the. Yes, you're very right. I went to that weekend that I told you about. 2 days in the weekend. On the next morning after that Friday night show.
Yeah.
In fact, the show lasted till 4 a.m. in the morning. So we just slept a little bit. I slept maybe 3 hours.
Okay.
I woke up because I told them I'm going to look for that guy that rapped at the lorry. Yeah. So I woke up. I went to Abuloja. I went to DJ Dami, met DJ Dami. DJ Dami, you told me that you know DJ Shino's house. I don't know Shino's house. I've never been to Shino's house. Shino was with me. Shino school in Yabatech too. While I was in Yabatech, Shino was in my department, art and design. He was doing, he was just a year. Shino was a year or two, my senior. Yeah. He was doing, and back then in school, I had formed a group called Massive Vibes. So I had some people that were waiting. Remember, I told you I had some people that were waiting by the side because they were Massive Vibes. Tolu Batowe, that's Sweet Batowe. He was on radio. He's a radio personality. And there was Tokumbo, there was another Eddy Black. Me, I was Eddy. They would call me Eddy White. They call him Eddy Black. And we had Daddy Pfizer. Daddy Pfizer is in Echo FM right now.
Wow.
Dele Olowa. And I remember Raskimono will come to us in Java Tech. I will not in the day, but so hip hop, we were reggae musicians. Before hip hop, my brother.
Yes.
We were doing reggae.
Yeah, so reggae
I will leave that again. And reggae, we were playing reggae music. I was chanting reggae, always writing reggae music before I switched to, I thought it was a dream I had in Yabatech one night. Yeah, that I was on the football field after playing soccer. I got tired. Then maybe I'd left everybody and dead. I just laid down on the field and slept on the field. Believe me, I had to tell you this short one before we go on, because that's the night that God told me that something was going to change in our music industry. And he was sending some people. I didn't know that I was among. And he was sending some people to come and change how music is going in the country. I saw the clouds. I saw everything. I saw it in a dream. And then I woke up and realized, oh shit, I had spent about 1.5 hours sleeping on the field.
It was a vision.
I was that tired. After lectures in the morning, you are done lectures in the morning. Then you go and play soccer in the evening.
Yes.
So
I can imagine.
That dream happened. Now I remember when this was happening. I now remember the day I was going to look for Idris at Abuloja. I was now remembering the dream I had. Oh, so this is what God meant. A change in the music industry will happen.
Yes.
See how we are doing. See how the work is working out. Okay, so I met Idris. I went to DJ Shino's house. He met me. He was surprised I came to his house. He said Idris will soon be around. That he went to play table tennis. That's the day I remember. I noticed that Idris likes me. I like soccer. Idris likes ping pong.
Oh, ping pong.
Yeah. So I now waited. Then he came. When he came, we met. Yeah, Eddie. We now went back. We didn't work at DJ Shino's house. We went back to DJ Dami. That was my own DJ. Shino was his own DJ. Yes. Dami was my own DJ. So we went back to DJ Dami's place and we cooked. I showed him the beats that I'd been using. MC Light.
Yes.
Keep on. So I showed him the beat. Dami played it. Me and him rhymed on it. Man, shit. Whoa. I said, this is what I'm looking for. I said, look, we'll record, blah, 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 blah. Ray Power called me for something. I left him that day. I said, go and master this with your voice on this jam, and we'll go to the radio station by Monday morning. I left Idris. By Monday morning, I told him I was sleeping in Yabatech. I wasn't in Yabatech anymore, but I had a room there that I just pay for every time I come around. You know, Monday morning, behold, between me, you, God, and man, Idris came. Everybody saw them walking in our hallway because to come to me, you have to come through our hallway. It's a long hallway before you get to my room. My room is facing the hallway. So Idris and Tony were walking and walking and walking, and Tony was limping. People were saying, who it is, who it is, who it is? No, they were like, you know, they knew that we had played. You know, they see them, you know, around me. I mean, they don't see them around me, but I think they know. They know them in a way too because you know, they are musicians. They all come musicians like me. They must have been playing in schools, and these guys must have seen them. Me, this is where I met Idris. I told you. So as they walked to me, Idris introduced Tony. Hey, Eddie, this is Tony. I had to bring him because, I had to bring him.
I even wanted to ask you, sir, that how would you meet Tony?
That's how it happened. Now, I know I told you, I said this will take us through the steps of how everybody met. Just listen carefully as I'm going now. From here. He said, this is Tony. Tony Awotoye. Nothing like Tetulla. Tony Awotoye. I was the one that named him Tetulla.
Wow.
Tony Awotoye. So, Tony, not me, but it was through me. He was going to tell you. I will explain that later. So, he said, Tony Awotoye. I said, hey, Tony, how are you? You know, I said, please, Eddie, this guy he joins me everywhere I go. You know, I think that's where he should have told me, Eddie, this is Tony. I promised his family that this boy will go with me anywhere I go in music. He doesn't know how to do anything, doesn't know how to sing or dance, but he's always with me. I have collected money from his mom or his sister before that we are going to record together. He should have told me that there. Then there's no problem. That's my kind of person. There's no problem. What you didn't tell me or plan with me before, if you bring it up later, then you and I have a problem. Because when we were agreeing on something, you didn't bring that shit up. Okay. So I'm just letting you know that now. So you keep knowing my kind of person. Your people judge us later. When I started taking up some roles about these issues, people were judging us in a way, and they talked to me in a way that I didn't like because they didn't see what really happened. I was in it when it happened. So he said, would you please let him just join us and follow us everywhere we go. You know, he doesn't want much. He just wants to, you know, just keep moving with us in music. He would dance. I looked at Tony. Tony started, you know, acting like, you know, so you know somebody that, you know, wants something and, you know, he wants to buy and he's like begging for it. I said, no problem. Why not? No problem. He can join us as, you know, our backup singer. As our backup singer. Abi? So we went on. Because you must have talent now for me to call you a partner. You must have some kind of talent in you. That's what I had with Idris. That's my partner. Business. Now, this one now that has come has no talent. So what can we do? Okay, we'll make him a follower. You know, that's how I looked at it. If I've done anything wrong, the whole world can judge me from that. Now, I now said, okay, follow up, let's go. And I told them we're going to Ray Power. You know, this is what happened, blah, 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 blah. So we went to Ray Power that day, the first time. We blew their minds because by the time we got there, you know, talent is talent. We met Steve Kadiri. Steve Kadiri was happy. When we went into Ray Power, two of them had to wait outside. It was my name that was in the register as Eddie Montana that they saw at the artist they discovered during the weekend. So I had to enter first. Yes, I had to enter first. My name was there in the register. Ray Power was very, very strict that time. You can't just enter Ray Power compound anyhow, not like people enter now. So now I had to enter and look for Steve Kadiri. So when I got in there, I saw Steve Kadiri. Everybody shouted, "Hey, that's the guy!" You know. So we all went. I told them that two guys were waiting outside. You know, two of my guys. They said, "But you didn't have any guys that were with you on stage." I said, "Yeah, I perform solo, but I have, you know, a rap in most of my songs, and I want somebody else to do the rap, not me, because you know." So I said, "Yeah, there's Idris." They said, "Hey, what Idris? Well, somebody, Doris that married the musician Martins in Ray Power." Doris now said, I've forgotten their surname. Doris now said, back then she was Doris Ihuhu also, because she wasn't married back then. You know, Doris now said, let's go. That name, it looked like she knows that name. They now walked out with me to the boys waiting for me, Idris and Tony. She saw this and said, yes, now I know that name. I know this face. This boy was here a year ago. came with some rap. And we said we don't play rap. We don't play rap music. You know? I said, yeah. He said, yeah. She said, yeah. Everybody confirmed it. I said, that's God. But now you're going to play because what we have is different. It's not just rap music. This is a different music. This is Afro hip hop music.
Different sound.
You know? So she said, okay, we'll hear what you guys have. They said, let them come in. Then they came in. This was happening after 30 minutes. They were waiting outside.
Wow.
They came in. We now went into Ray Power and met the whole crew. Then Keke were there now. Everybody. Benga Awe was the first person we met that was sweet. You know, so Benga Awe, you know, just married us immediately. He was the engineer in the studio. So he started cooking up. He asked me for the beat. I said, it's MC Light. He looked for MC Light instrumental. He put it up. We started rolling. We are started kicking. And you know, Ray Power was transmitting live that time. So South Africa was picking it up. Everyone was picking it up. Here, the America was picking it up. My brother was here. My parents had traveled. They came to see him. So we were bubbling. And me, before then, I quarreled with my father when I finished school 4 years ago that I was not going to do anything else but play music. You understand? Remember, I told you about my background a bit. My father quarreled with me. I was that kid that
I had that same thing too. So
I left home because of it. I left home, left the family at home to pursue my music. My father wanted me to wear ties.
The same thing. I was
lawyer.
I
said no.
You know? Lawyer.
Oh, okay now. Yeah, sorry. So I now went like that. We started recording. As we were recording, Sakomo was beaming in South Africa. There was a company in South Africa, Soul Film Records. They wanted us, so they sent somebody, one white guy, Gath, to come get Remedies to come to South Africa to sign a record deal. Now, when that was happening, we were rocking radio. We were still rocking radio. There was nothing like Kennis music. The Keke were there. Everybody was there. We were trying to name ourselves. We tried to look for a name. That period was when X-Appeal came and said they were the ones that owned the song. We said, no, it's not you that owned it. I had to bring proof to prove that I was the one that wrote the song in Yamatech time ago. You know, then I described how me and them met. Maybe that was why they thought that they owned the song with me. They have sang in the chorus before. Okay, we ended that case. We won the case. We ended it. We kept moving. They said they only wanted us to mention them a little in the appreciation in the album. Okay, we did. We mentioned them in the appreciation in the album. Backup chorus, X-Appeal. Okay, we sorted all that out. As we came out, some other cats were there. Plantation Boys were there. Then there was Rockman's Groove. Rockman's Groove was the ones that took our music and the name everywhere.
Just like you had the Benson and Edges that time too.
Just like that was the big Benson and Edges that time. Rockman's Groove.
Yes, I know about
Rockman's Groove. Now, Rockman's Groove were the first corporate company, multinational, that believed in our dream, in our hip hop dream. This Afrobeat that's running today, they were the first people to sponsor it. So they took us round in a tour round the country, all the states of the country. The only state we didn't go had a pandemic that time. They had a disease that was disturbing them in Maiduguri, so we didn't go to Maiduguri. But we went that was my first time of discovering my country.
Yes, that's a huge opportunity.
Yeah, you know, so we went round. While we were going over, you know, rumors that started happening. You know what? Good thing about one thing about Nigeria is when you are doing good and you are booming and you are up there, immediately you start having enemies.
Yes.
People start talking. I don't know why we're like that.
That's black man for you now.
But it's not good. We should try. That's the part we should try.
That's why our continent
because
is
when
like
you
this.
are doing good, people should keep pushing you, keep encouraging you from everywhere, and stop all the bickering, stop all the backbiting, stop digging at my personal life that you did not know before. You did not know anything about our personal life. My personal life did not concern you. You just love my music.
My music.
So
now
why
you want to
keep
bring
loving
it.
the music? Leave my personal life. Keep loving. Breast men will now start digging into the artist's personal life and trying to fuck the artist up. Tiwa Savage was doing very good. Somebody has to go and dig a sex tape and say, of course, he has a private life to live. Fuck y'all. Why would she live a private life? Why would she have a sex tape? You think I don't have a sex tape? Fuck that. That's our personal life. You don't bring that into our music. Our music is what you love. Love it. You don't even have to like my personality.
I'm sorry to say this, sir. I don't know why they always do that to musicians. I don't know why they don't do that to sports people like that or every other. Why is always
using this opportunity. That's why I'm using this opportunity to talk to them. This is, every opportunity we get, we try to make it better. So I'm talking to the press. They should stop the bad pressing. They should stop bad reporting. It is not when you report bad that you make money or you make you make the money, but you have enemies. Is that right? That's life.
Yes.
Report well. I'm not saying we don't have our bad sides that you can report. I'm not saying you don't. We have good sides and
Yes.
bad
Don't go
sides.
and
But
be
when you are
digging.
even
Go and be
reporting,
digging things.
yeah, yeah, don't like one bimbo or something bad. Not bad must be one lawyer or something that was making a report about Davido one time.
Yes.
Look,
Yes.
that is excessive digging into somebody. That is somebody that wants to destroy somebody.
Yes. Yes.
That lady, I've forgotten her name. I wish I could call her name here
Yes.
to expose her more. That lady wanted to destroy Davido. You can just tell that this lady does not like Davido at all. She was digging into some things that you don't need to. That's his personal life.
Yes.
He had a life before he became a musician.
Yes.
So he must live that life.
Yes. Even Jesus
He
had
cannot
his
live
own
his
life.
life
He
for
was a
you.
carpenter now. He was doing his own thing before ministry.
Even Jesus had his own life. Yes.
Yes.
So why don't somebody look at Whiskey now? I've been hearing reports about him. Some people have been carrying some useless, terrible nonsense reports on net. Fuck them. That boy came from the gutters, struggled all his life, got into Banky W's label. Thank you, Banky W. And then he got well, and then he's ruling the world. And then somebody wants to come and run a story. Fuck them, man.
Yes, it's very sad. Very sad.
It's sad. We
That's
run
sorry,
ourselves
sir.
down.
Go with
That's
your
the part I
story,
don't
sir.
like about Nigeria.
Your story was beautiful.
So that's it. And then we went to Ripple, and then he blew. Now we went to that tour. 3 months, 90 days we were in that tour.
Sorry, sir, if I may, the South African deal, what happened?
We didn't do the South African deal because they wanted us to live in South Africa.
Oh.
I said, how can we leave home? We have just discovered a new brand new genre of music. It's raining in the country. We want our country to be known as the one that pushed it to the world. Now you want us to go to South Africa. You see, if we had done that, South Africa will have been given the kudos that they were the ones that brought Afrobeat.
Yes, that was what they wanted actually, not the artist. They wanted that sound. It was that sound they were after.
It was because of that refusal that we waited for another 1 year. There was no other record label coming for us. So we went on that tour, came back. So we entered, between 97, we were going to enter 98 into the new year. In December, I think, December was when the Kennis music came. That was my
America.
wife. My ex-wife came back from, there was no Stop Records then.
Yes.
My ex-wife just came back from London. Kenny sent, and she spoke with her brother. That's it. They formed Kennis Music right there.
Wow.
Because her brother kept telling her, our boys, it was worry our boys on the radio. You see these boys that, and she said, okay, let's form Kennis Music. And that was how they formed Kennis Music. And Keke came with a contract looking for us.
Wow.
1 year after we came out. It was about 1 year after we came out. So now with that, I say with authority that it wasn't Kennis Music that discovered Remedies.
Yes.
The story has always gone around. It was Kennis Music that. With this story I've told you, you can tell that it wasn't Kennis Music that discovered Remedies. But a big but. It was Kennis Music that was the first record label to produce the full album of Remedies.
Okay.
And push them further.
Yes.
Let's go back again. The first company that released Remedies was Soul Records.
Oh.
The record company that was looking for us in South Africa was Soul Sin. Almost alike. Soul Sin Records.
Yes.
But they're different. We didn't sign a deal with them. But in Nigeria, we had Soul Records, Solomon Okonedo.
Okay.
May God bless that man. That Solomon Okonedo was a senior brother to Cooper Victory. Remember Cooper Victory?
Yes, Cooper Victory, yes.
Okay. Now, it was Cooper Victory that was in the studio the day we came. He was the artist they were interviewing in the studio. The day we came, that day I'm describing to you that I brought Remedies to Play Power. It was Cooper Victory that was in the studio.
Wow.
So all he did was, they had, all those time you were rocking 090, what kind line, fire line like that.
Yes.
He took his phone, the fire line. Most people didn't have phone. We didn't have phones. But phone and style coming small that time. All these 409 boys were using this fire line.
Yes.
This phone was almost like a tutorial. He just picked it up. He went outside and called his brother, his senior brother. Ross, come spend money for here. We get some boys with here. We could carry them. We will open record label. We could blow. These boys, they're too much. That was how he talked to his brother. Solomon Okonedo. After our interview and everything in Repower, we had Solomon Okonedo called us through his brother Kuba Victory, and we had a meeting with him. And I liked his terms. I liked what he was saying. He spent some money on us and released our record as a single. We released Sakomo as a single.
Wow.
That's why I say Kennis Music was the first to produce the full album.
Yes.
11 songs. But Soul Records, and that's Kennis Music, but Soul Records were the first to push us out with a single. Sakomo now had a bonus track, Judile, which is a Orobo keyboard.
Yes, Orobo keyboard,
We now did with Kuba Victory, we now remixed Sakomo.
Yes.
With Kuba Victory. You know, so that was how we came out. Any other story is bullshit.
Yes.
Then Kennis Music was formed. They came a year after we finished with Soul Records. 1 year contract.
Yes.
1 year contract.
Oh, that was what you signed.
Yeah, it was just a marketing contract, marketing deal.
Okay.
It's not the full deal. Marketing deal.
With Kennis,
so that's why people thought Kennis Music discovered Remedies, because they gave us the full deal.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's different. This man discovered us first.
Yes.
So that's record.
And it's always good to keep the record straight, honestly.
That is it.
I think that's why we have the off-tape show, because people have to actually hear some of all these records. And I also wanted to ask, maybe my next question, how was the name Remedies formed? Like, was it from you?
Right there in that studio, while we were still, as we were recording, Benga always says, so now we have to have a name. I wanted Steve Kadiri to be our manager. Steve Kadiri said no. Boys, me, I be shy man. I go try all of them. You know, we're gonna look for somebody. I really wanted him to be, because he was the one that discovered me.
Yes.
Steve Kadiri, God bless him.
Yes.
So now he couldn't. After he declined, I faced Benga where I said, okay, boss, I said, are you? Benga said yes. With all pleasure, he would love to. He's honored to be the manager of Remedy. So that's how Benga. So we now said, how do we form a name? I said, look, I want this thing to be about solution. We are the solution.
Yes.
Are you feeling me now?
Yes. Yes.
About the name of the group. I said, we are the solution. Let's look for a name that has to do with solution.
Yes.
What's another name? So what's another name for solution?
Okay.
We are the answer. I said, answer again. Another person said a word that was close to answer. You know, I said, then Idris got up and said, look, there's a name they used to call me when I was in, Kano, when I was working as an upcoming. You know, I didn't want to bring it up because it will look like it will become my name. But it is close to that word you are saying. Solution, remedies. He said they used to call him Remedy. I said, I was looking for that word, remedy. So I don't mind that word, remedy.
Yes.
You know, but we have to stop. We have to let people know that it is not your name. It's not that your Mr. Remedy that they know you.
Yes.
This is a new name.
Yes.
Name for the group, and it's called Remedy. We have carved it together. Everybody agreed. I said, okay. And the Remedies now.
Wow.
Brought them. But I didn't do that. I shared the name with everybody and said, we are the Remedies.
Yes.
You know? So we went on. We became the Remedies.
Wow, that's really very, and I love the fact that everybody were involved in the creation. Yeah. It makes in the creation of the name, player.
Except Tony. Tony was not talking.
Yes.
Because he didn't see himself as an integral member.
As a member. That's even why I wanted to also ask you. Then at what point people started saying that he was a member, or you guys took him out? Because there was this controversy
it was during our tour. It was during our tour. I don't know who started fueling from his side. Maybe him or somebody else, I don't know. But the story came from Tony's side, filtered into us when we were on tour. That means the story must have been a rumor. It's featuring in Lagos. So for it to filter into us, Bengawe came. I remember Bengawe coming with one of the newspapers, and gave us the newspaper when we were at Sokoto. He came with the newspaper and gave us and said, look at the newspaper, what they are saying about us now.
Yes.
That was the first sad rumors about Remedies.
Yes, about the group.
It was that Tony's mom was sponsoring our group.
Yes, that was another thing.
I never even met Tony's mom.
That was another thing.
Which one is that Tony's mom is sponsoring our group? This one, I don't know of any money involved between Idris and Tony. They didn't tell me anything. You see why I say that?
Yes.
Idris should have told me that day.
Yes.
You know, so he didn't tell me anything. He didn't say nothing. So, well, I don't know about it. Tony's mom is not sponsoring me. Me, I had $5,000 at this time that I was talking about because I was supposed to leave Nigeria and go to America. My sister just sent me that money that time. Now, I had it when all this was happening. So that was the money I was spending for us to either take fuel Tony's car, because we were using Tony's car to move most of the time. Fuel to eat here, eat there. They didn't even ask, where is this money coming from? I was taking care of runs, taking care of things. But that was my money I was supposed to use to travel. But I saw a bigger dream, our dream. $5,000. So we kept spending small. I didn't tell anybody I had that kind of amount. My family knew.
That's a massive
My
money.
family and my best friend that time, Steve Amaligan, they knew. We kept spending. Even me and Steve used some of the money to $2,000 to now organize a show. Just for the Remedies to be involved in the show. You know, we organized the show Yabatek, you know. Just keep us going. So after we formed it, everything happened. Then Kennis Music came 1 year and bam, that was it. That's how we signed with Kennis Music.
So how many albums did you guys do with them? Besides the first album,
with Kennis Music, we signed 3 years contract to do 2 albums. We did just 1 album with 10 songs, hits. All of them, each one was a hit because that was the album that now had Sakomo again as a major song. The album was named Peace Nigeria. That's the Peace Nigeria album. We had a song for Nigeria, Peace Nigeria. We had Sakomo, Judile, Shade.
Shade, my favorite.
Shade won so many awards.
Shade was one of my.
Belinda, that's 5.
Hey, Belinda, you don't remember me of that
Belinda,
one.
hey, Belinda.
Yes. Oh, Belinda. I used to love Belinda.
You want the
Yes.
Now, after Belinda, we had Desire. Kilo Desire. Desire. We had Yania.
No, Yania too. That album was bad. That album was bad.
We had songs. Plenty songs, hit songs. So that album, you know, could sustain us. That album went for like 2 years. We were going on tour. We were promoting that album. We even went to Notting Hill Carnival, remember, in London.
Yes.
You know, so we kept going to the next year. Plantation Boys now grew. With the saga that was happening with Tony and Remedies quarreling about who sponsored the group, who did not sponsor the group, that story was happening. Tony's issue was dividing the group. So the manager decided, look, and this man is not even an integral member of the group. You don't sing, you don't write songs, you don't rap and write rap. You only back us up. And then you have an issue in the group that's dividing. We don't want this group to divide because this group is a fresh group. It has brought a new sound, but it must leave. So Tony, we had to make a decision. We wanted the management punished Tony and say, okay, write us an apology letter and that this will never happen again. No rumors like this. If there are any rumors happening, bring it to the management and let us deal with it. We have press people that can deal with our stories. You know, blah, 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 blah. Tony refused to answer the query and answer, you know, the group and the management decided to let him go. That by now he wants to go. You know, his heart is not with us already. And that's the one thing I didn't like about that Plantation Boys did. They fueled all this. The division of the Remedy, was fueled by Plantation Boys, especially Blackface. Blackface is my closest friend in Plantation Boys. He's the guy that I like more. But he was because he didn't like Idris. Idris had so many enemies from the north. Which affected us, affected our music. You know, because those things didn't make us last for long. Tony on one side, I wasn't just in the middle. Me that created the group. Suffering everything from both sides, bro. Look, this was Idris' side. Idris had enemies from the north. Them LD. Those were oppositions to him. You know, because he mashed them up in the north. They were ruling the north, but when he grew into music, he mashed them up in the north. The same thing happened to me even here. But I made more friends. I instead of me becoming enemies with them, they became my friends. I made them my friends. That's the mistake he made. All those guys should have been his friends, but he left them like that. After mashing them like that, he's hip hop. He led them like that and then came to Lagos. So all of them were beefing him. So when we formed Remedies, that beef continued. Blackface was beefing Idris throughout our reign. It affected us because now Tony was going to hang out with them in our tour. They were opening for us in the tour. Plantation Boys were opening for the Remedies in the tour. throughout in that tour that I said Rockmans took us.
Yes.
They were our opening act. Plantation Boys will open up for us everywhere we went. I hope they know that and remember that. That we are always their seniors for life. Because they always act like they are our seniors and they are competing with us.
Yes,
we're not competing with anybody. Remedies have never competed with anybody.
Yes, and we know.
We
Trust me, we know. We know when the Body and Soul album came out.
The best Afrobeat group that ever came out from Nigeria. That's Remedies.
Yes.
You know? So, I don't know why they compare us. They should stop that comparison.
I think it's the same time. That was why. Because same period.
Whether the same time or not. Fela came out with so many people. Fela was in the same time with so many fucking people.
Yes.
They gave Fela his fucking kudos. Yes. Fela was the king. Yes. We were kings. We are the kings. They should give us that. Yes. Don't compare us with anybody. We are uncomparable with Plantation Boys. We are not mates in music. They could be solo. They could be hot. Like Two-Face was hotter than anybody solo at the time. But I'm talking as a group.
Yes.
Anybody should never, ever compare Plantation Boys to the Remedies. That is an insult to my person. It's an insult to my rep and my music.
I feel you.
Because I personally trained Phase. So why would you start comparing somebody I trained? I gave Phase to Plantation Boys.
See?
Go ask. See? I discovered Phase in Ilaro. Ask Phase. He tells the story. Yes. I discovered Phase as an artist, put him in the industry, and I introduced him to Plantation Boys. They were all in Festa, but they didn't know him.
Yes.
He was with me. Him, my brother J-Boy were backing me up, and Dr. Fresh. Later, I opened up a group for Dr. Fresh. I gave 2 of them to Dr. Fresh. Dr. Fresh and the Freshies. Yes. That's Dr. Fresh, Phase, which was Lyrical. His name was Lyrical Urge. He wasn't Phase. It was Plantation Boys that named him Phase. Lyrical Urge and J-Boy with that Dr. Fresh. They were Dr. Fresh and the Freshies. That's another story for you.
Yes.
So we grew like that. Raymond Okwesi gave us a duplex to live in Alagbado. He was the first to believe in our music, the first CEO to believe in our music.
Hey, now I know why Idris did that song when he died and he was crying.
Now I cannot understand. Raymond Okwesi was the first person that spent that kind of million money. I mean, he didn't spend money on us, but he gave us a house to stay.
Hey.
When we needed it as a group, we needed a place. Bring our work connect with him, and then they got that place for us. So while we're living there, we were able to grow as a group, and then other things happened from there.
Wow. This is really a touching story, and there's so much knowledge inside of this particular story, and so what inspired Tony of leaving the group? What point did Tony now leave?
I've heard different kinds. I've heard different versions of this emergency and this story. I've heard different. I'm the only one that can tell you the truth about this, because others will tell it selfish.
Yes.
Like when I heard Idris' story about it, Idris was telling the story like as if he was the one that discovered me.
Yeah, I feel you.
No, Idris was nobody in Lagos. We didn't know him. Nobody knew him. Yes. I was reigning in Lagos. I was the only upcoming artist that could mash up anybody in Lagos. Ask Blackie, Edward and Blackie. There was nobody. So when Idris came into Lagos, I made him popular because DJ Shino told me about him. He was rocking the shows like in the north side. If he stood down to our side, Middle Belt, Ilorin.
Yes.
That's where
Nakano boy. Yes.
That's where he been a Nakano boy. So how could he have been really? How could he say when did he write a song like that that had to do with Lagos?
Yes, with the Yoruba.
In Yoruba language.
With the Yoruba-ness. You're right. You're very right.
So and then my I'm sorry to say this, but my wife was so stupid and gullible then. She believed him. Kennis and Brown believed Idris back then. When Idris said that, I hope this is your TV show. I hope it's going to go everywhere. I hope everybody will see it.
Yes.
I'm talking to you now.
Yes.
I hope everybody.
Yes, of course.
Because it's very important. This history is important.
Yes.
That Kennis and Brown, at the point in time in Kennis music, because he became the first vice president, and she was my wife. She believed Idris' story. I had to fight tooth and nail to claim back my glory, to claim back my song. That's my wife that I had at home, not believing in me.
Wow.
She believed Idris' story. God knows if they were sleeping with each other. I don't know that. But I'm talking reckless right now. I don't want to talk reckless, But, I mean, you must have had that closeness with Idris for you to have listened to him, to tell you that kind of story about your husband.
Yes.
That's why I went like that, So I was surprised. Like, what's wrong with these people? They're trying to make me a madman. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I wrote these songs back even before I met any of you, even before I met the one that's my wife or met the one that's my partner. So because I called you, my partner, to come and eat out of this, I have been called. I've been about to come and record. You didn't call me. I called you. Now you are telling people, you are reversing the story and telling people that you called me. You went to Omololu. Omololu that didn't know anything about what was happening. It was DJ Dami it's DJ Dami that can tell the story. DJ Dami, DJ Shino, not Omololu, because Omololu was a producer that a producer that we brought in later. To make Sakomo a bad hit, we had to use 3 great producers: Chris Okoro, Bengawe, 4 Chris Okoro, Bengawe, then 2 people in Dolphin Studios, which was Omololu and Papa. 4 people. Imagine 4 people producing a song. Why won't that song become a hit?
Yes.
You understand? So, but Idris went behind me, even got a copy of that song, the instrumental, went to Omololu, as if he was the one, he said the newbie that he's looking for a singer. Then Omololu knew me as a singer in Yabatek. Omololu now started telling him, there's a guy called Eddy. Go and meet Eddy. Already he had met me. I have shown you the sound. You took the sound to Omololu behind me to go and look like you were the one that had the sound and you were the one that has this music and you're I want your Lego. That was the first time I encountered the way Idris was doing things. And I said, oh man, I hope I've not made a mistake. But God, you will guide me in this journey. You have joined us together already, but you will guide me in this journey. I started to be careful of Idris. But I love him. You know, and we went on. And I still love him till today. Because all those things, now I realize that all those things had to happen so that we will have a story to tell today. That's the story we are telling now. It just pains me that some of them have different, they will just go and have their version and make their version sweet. They are trying to tell another version.
Of course, everybody wants to feel relevant in the story.
This is how it happened. This is how Remedies was formed. This is how everything happened. Any other story is a lie.
I believe you. Honestly,
some people went behind me to even want to claim the song. I've told you about XRP that tried. I told people that song was creating a lot of controversy. Everybody wanted that song. And these were people that loved me, that said they loved me. So from that time, I started becoming careful in the industry. I knew that the industry was a tug of war. We had war to face.
That's what it is. That's what it is, honestly. And at this point, that point you said only tetulla did that publication. Is it from when he left and said it's no longer going to be? Because after then, I know he went to his route into his solo career, started doing this one thing.
Yeah, that's what happened. After then, it was obvious that we were not all on the same, page anymore. So, and now he had mixed up. He was with Plantation Boys in association. So,
okay, that was the period where the song with Two-Face came.
They were recording. He was recording behind us.
That song. I think that was the time they now hooked up together.
That now came out. Omode Meta now came out.
Yes.
Yeah. Omode Meta came out. We had to reply with Jealousy 2. Jealousy 2 was like, what's up? But I like you. I know your mama like you too. But your mama can't like you like can do. Shooby-dooby-doo.
Yeah.
Shooby-dooby-doo. Black face. Your face is black. Your shoes is black. Your ass is black.
Yeah, I remember.
But that's why your mama can see your shit at night.
It's so
your
black.
niggas don't even know what time it is. 365. We'll be bringing you Remedy. We replied with
I remember.
Jealousy 2 and mashed them up then because we were mad. We were mad that they were not grateful. We were mad that they were not grateful. They were not grateful at all. We just brought something new. You guys were supposed, and you guys play the same thing like we play. You were supposed to come behind us and push it and let us push this thing.
This new sound.
Push this thing up there.
This new sound.
But the power of the press. The same press again. It was the press that tried to create enmities. Press was always reporting this, reporting that. So everybody.
Okay, and I think because of I want us to end this last segment so we can just rush so that I can leave you to attend to other things of the day as well. And So okay, now we'll go to our next questions, which talked about it took a long time from the music scene. So what was the reason? Was it like a part of your strategy, or was it part of the field that was happening, or you just decided to take a break? Or
Well, there are a couple of reasons. One, the first one will be attached to the fact that I had to build a family.
Yeah.
One. And two, I could not deal with the negativity.
Yes.
And the one-sidedness of our thinking. Yes. When matters happen between the record label and the artist.
Yes.
In the country. It did not play out well. People did not see that the record labels were eating too much from the artist, and the artist was not making
money
enough.
Yes.
Yeah, compared to what people were thinking.
Yes.
Look at the videos now, look at social media, look at what social media has done.
Yes.
The social media we had then was the record labels.
Yes.
And the press. Now, the press I just told you about was wrecking us, was always looking for bad stories that time.
Yes.
So who will help us? You had the record label that would not give us an account of what they were really selling and give us royalties for what we deserve.
Yes.
On one hand. And the other hand, you had the press. So everything was against us at that time. During all our reign.
Yes.
We reigned against all odds. I think people must be told that. People must recognize that and know that we suffered too much. We paid a big price.
Yes.
We should be we should be among the richest.
Yes.
We feel wealthy. I am wealthy because I've given birth to a lot of musicians out there. But I don't feel rich. Because I do not have the physical cash. How come we do not have the physical cash? Because they made us suffer too much. We paid too much price.
Yes.
Just one hit, one song has turned somebody's life around international. One hit. We had more than one hit. We had 10 hits. We did collabo with Wale Thompson, another platinum hit. Where is the money for all this? You understand? Record label gets rich, the artist does not get rich. But look at what's happening now. The artist gets so rich because there's no record company involved. They are their own record company.
Yes, just signed distribution team.
Social media has made that happen. So, to cut this about long story short, if you ask me today, what do I expect? What do I see? I expect all these new cats. Let me use the word cat as the video used as the. I expect all the new cats now that are reigning now. All of them. And I expected this from when the band came out, when Don Jazzy and this problem we have now, not recognizing the remedies the way they should be recognized.
Yes.
The problem came, to me, the problem came from the press and the rulers, the ones that came to rule when we were, like kind of stepping out of the game a bit. That's the More Hit Records. They came. When you came as artists, you were supposed to let the next generation know that the remedies made this happen.
Yes.
Tell stories about us.
Yes.
Instead, what they did was giving a lot of kudos to Two-Face because they think that Two-Face was very consistent and he went on. That does not matter. Consistency don't come in this play.
Yes. Yes.
The truth is the truth. The originality is the original. The origin of the game is the origin of the game. That don't change.
Yes. Yes.
So why give that kudos to Two-Face and say, oh, Two-Face is the pioneer? What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What? When I'm alive? So what do you want me to think when I'm alive? People are funny. The press is funny. Their stories are misguided sometimes. The press, especially. I'm talking about the entertainment press.
Yes.
Their stories are so fucking misguided.
Because they don't get quality information. They just write on speculation.
They don't get quality. They don't even come to you. Look, I also from this media, I can use this your medium. I hope your medium is going international.
Yes.
From this your medium, I canceled that documentary that was done in Netflix. About Afrobeat. What the fuck? Who did that documentary? Who packaged it? You can never tell my story You can never ever tell my story better than me.
Without hearing from the horse's mouth.
I was not in that interview, in any of the interviews. I saw them interview some cats that I gave birth to in the industry.
Yes.
I gave birth to people like Idris abdulkareem. From that terrain, from that move, from that place.
Yes.
Any other person that came out, I gave birth to them.
Yes.
I repeat, I gave birth to Idris abdulkareem. So anybody from that terrain that grew with us, any musical group, I gave birth to all of them.
Yeah,
just like Fela Nicola Bukuti gave birth to us.
Yes.
And learned from Fela. And learned discipline from him. I learned respect. I learned hierarchy. He played Afrobeat. I've told you before, that's the debate for another day. Fela played Afrobeat music. That's not what we're playing.
Yes. And I think even in the US, all them Doggy Fresh, all the Midway, most of them too are not really, they're not like the Jay-Z's, but I think that's what God does. Even in the Bible, Moses didn't see the promised land, but he's the most influential person of the Israeli nation till today. So sometimes pioneers don't really get to benefit their greatness. I think the result is in the children, it's in their seeds, in their
now. I advise all the new cats to be doing collabos.
Yes.
To revive all these old cats that paved the way for them.
Yes.
If you see any old cat that wants to come back to the game and he wants an album, he wants a collabo with you, do a collabo with him.
Yes, just to pay back.
Davido featuring Idris abdulkareem.
Yes.
Davido or Lamide featuring Eddyremedy, or Eddyremedy featuring Wizkid.
Yes.
Tiwa Savage. I would love to do jobs with them. I would love to do jobs with Tiwa Savage.
Yes.
Yemi Alade. Those are beautiful, beautiful, great singers.
But have you tried to hit them up? Like, DM them and like, want to?
The girls know, but the guys have tried. Some of the guys are just playing. They keep passing you to their manager.
Yes, I feel.
That's what makes me laugh. Okay. I am the pioneer. I don't call your phone. I don't call you, Davido, or call Wizkid, or call Timaya, or call, and you don't pick up your phone. What are you thinking?
Yes.
You pass me to your manager. What are you guys thinking? I am a pioneer of the game that you are eating from now. Don't fuck with that. I respect my elders. I urge all these new cats to start respecting us. They do not have respect for us at all. And that's appalling.
Yes. I feel.
I don't see Wizkid talk about us, talk about me, talk about Remedies and what we did for the game. I've never heard him talk about it in all his interviews. I follow his interviews a lot. I follow Davido's interviews. I've not heard them talk about us. Yeah. I've met Davido one-on-one, but we've not had the time to flow well.
Yes. I also think some of them don't really have the full knowledge of your generation, because some of them, like me,
that's why I'm doing interviews like this. And
yes, and that's why we're talking like this. That's why I got inspired of this show, so that most of them have to be aware. Because some of them just started, like you said, from Two-Face single era, not even Plantation Boys, so Two-Face era. That's when most of them got into music, and they just feel like, oh,
it's so sad. See, it's very sad. It's so sad. It's so very sad.
Yes, I feel
that we live in a country and we think like this. Everybody likes Nigerians all over the world.
Yes.
But how do Nigerians love Nigeria? And that's why we're having a problem in the country.
Yes,
the way we respect ourselves is not enough. The way we carry ourselves, what we talk about ourselves.
Yes.
You know, we don't give a man his kudos. My father died not feeling good about the country. My father died. He knew that he wrote. He was part of the guys that wrote the national anthem. Wow. He was never talked about. He died feeling bad. That's why I changed my name a bit. My name is supposed to be Edward Ashiedu. But I used his name. I told him, I said, I will immortalize your name, Dad. Don't worry. If they didn't recognize you, they will recognize me. And your name. That's why I put my dad's name, Brown. Edward Ashiedu Brown. Now.
Yes.
That's why I am now. His name is Brown. His first name is Brown.
Yes.
Our grandfather's name is Ashiedu. So instead of Edward Ashiedu, which I was before, I put it Edward Ashiedu Brown, and I changed the name. I did it legally.
Yes.
That's who I am now. Just to immortalize him.
Yes.
We must keep giving kudos to those people that have served Nigeria with their heart, those that gave their blood.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Let's give their blood.
Yes, sir. I think with the ones that watch what you have said, I think a lot of people is going to really feel this, and I'm going to send it to the blogs, to their notes and the all, so that they can, if they want to know the real truth of how the inception of the Burna Boy and everybody we are celebrating on social media today, then they need the youth to see these videos so that the youth can actually make some research that they have not made. Because sometimes these things comes out of ignorance. It's not based on the fact that they are ignorant.
That's why I'm not blaming. I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming anybody.
Yes, sir.
I'm just raising an awareness.
I want to ask you about
there's a new. Before you ask me, there's a new album coming out. I'm coming.
Oh, obviously, I'm going to talk about that before we go. It's beautiful to hear that. How is the US for you now? Are you going to drop the album in the US, or are you going to what?
Oh, I'm going to launch it in Nigeria. I'm going to drop the album in the social media in Nigeria first, and then it spreads, and then we'll do.
You have any title for it?
Drop of it. Evergreen.
Evergreen. Wow.
That's the title of the album. Evergreen.
Okay. You know how many tracks?
Evergreen. We are looking at 15.
That's
but we've been going. We've been recording. We've done more than 6 now.
Wow. And I think
I just want to make sure all is ready before I drop the first one.
Any collaboration? Have you spoken to any of it?
Plenty. Like I told you, I'm still trying to reach out to them. I'm still using this media to reach out to them.
Okay. Or do you have any yet that you have gotten that will be on the album?
No, not yet.
Just recording.
Yeah, I'm recording. I have 1 or 2 American, stars I'm recording with here. They're not too much big, but they're good. They're good. You hear their voices. You hear them in my songs.
Yeah. You're infusing rap too, still, right? Still doing the rap.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everything I've been doing before: rap, singing, chanting. So there's a mix
of. Do you have any of
Amapiano
sound? Do you have an Amapiano sound in any of what you're bringing out? So they have the new Amapiano. There's a new sound, Amapiano sound, which is
Amapiano,
the sound. I want you to do something with that sound. I want you to do something with that sound so that it will connect
that's a mixture of. That sound is a mixture. That sound is a mixture of South Africa and Nigeria.
Yes. I want you to have a track of that sound in your album. Trust me, it's doing so well.
Surprise.
Yes.
Surprise. I do.
Yes. And I want to ask you, is there any of your kids that you want to be in music, or that is showing any sign of music, or that's that we can watch out
for? The 2 of them have not shown any signs. The boy is pushing to be a top mechanical engineer. He wants to build cars for the world.
Wow.
My girl is pushing to be one of the toppest actresses in the world.
Okay, wow. It's also in the arts. It's also in the arts, so it's fine.
But it's my art. It's not just music, but it's my art. So that's where God is taking them to. So I hope they pursue their dreams well, and we will support their dreams.
Yes. But you can never still tell the mechanical one, and that's how we all of us started. At one point, when he gets.
As a matter of fact, he's a top basketball player right now.
Wow.
With his mechanical engineering thing, he's a top basketball. He was an MVP from his school when he finished his school.
Wow, it's in the US, right?
No, he's back there with you guys in Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
He's with their mother, Kennis.
Okay, wow. I think this Milo Basketball Academy in Lagos is also doing where they're doing tournament. I think maybe one of them also or something.
Yeah, but for now he doesn't want to train there. He wants to come train here.
I think that's best.
Right. He wants to get better. He believes that he has played a lot over there.
I think it's time, sir.
Cool. Yeah, let him come here, learn. Yeah, it's time for him to come here and get more. Go back.
Okay, so I want to ask: is there any possible tour with the Remedies? Because everybody's going to Europe right now. P Square is doing it. In fact, a fan had to cry to Plantation Boys from London that says all the where he went to. He's a comedian, he's a big comedian, Ife Warren Boy. I don't know if you know Ife Warren Boy. He said in his show, he does comedy show in London, that fans are asking. Yes, so he posted that fans are asking, and I was scrolling the comment section, and I saw a lot of people talking about it. So Remedies is also like that, because the first Remedies album is a smash hit, all the tracks, like you said. So I know that many Nigerians have Japa, and they will say, all over the world now, and Afrobeat is bad. I will categorically tell you, sir, if you guys can get a road promoter, and you and Idris can come back together on a tour and get the promoter to book tour in different cities in Europe, I think it will be a sellout, sir. And it will also revitalize your catalog. That catalog you're talking about that you didn't get paid for, now that we have the streaming era, if you guys get on tour, that catalog will revive again. And it will start giving both of you direct money again now. So I think it's something you should think about. You are in the US now, so you can even do a US tour, plan a US tour with a promoter there. Idris can come and join you, do art, get people, get the team together, and your fans are still all over the world. Trust me, I know what I'm saying. If you book a venue, book a venue, get a real good social media promoter who will push it very well. Bring back those songs. Sakomo, tell them these songs, people, you are going to hear them. I am assuring you, I don't know why I'm saying this from my spirit. I am assuring you it's going to be a smash tour. It might not be to the volume of Burna Boy or to the volume of Whiskey and all of that, but trust me, it's gonna trigger out something. It's gonna bring all the old fans together. It's gonna make the social media talk again. It's gonna make old music lovers come back. It's even gonna make the new generations connect back to where they have missed, paying regards to the legacy, like you said. So,
I believe you. Really, true. That idea is another one. Is a wonderful idea, really.
Yes.
I have not that idea for years. I have never let anything want to break the name of Remedies. I've never I've always, since we all split up, if you have noticed,
yes,
I have always pushed the Remedies.
Yes.
I keep pushing the group. I keep pushing the name so that it never dies.
Yes.
I am the one that will go anywhere and talk about the name. I'm the one that would mention the name everywhere. Everybody's pushing their solo career.
Yes.
I don't even see my solo and I still have my solo career. Yes. I want to come out with an album.
Yes.
But I cannot let the issue of Remedies go.
Yes.
Because I believe that we have not eaten anything out of this industry.
Now is the time. I am assuring you, sir. I'm telling you.
So I know that we can
try and get to a taking talk with Idris.
I know where we can do it. I know there's a lot of logistics involved.
Yes.
I don't want to be the one to channel it, because I've done that for like 10 years. Since we split up, I did that for 10 years. It didn't work. I tried to push it. I tried to bring us back. I tried to make sure that we do an album or a show. All those shows that you heard that we did, I was one that went out to tell people that brokered it. Now, it will still happen. I think that we will still come back. I am praying that, the guys all see what I see, what you see in what you just said.
Yes.
I pray that they see it to be more important than any other thing in their life, because this is my life.
Yes. Yes.
The story of my life has not been told well.
Oh, well.
The only way this story can be told well is for us to complete what we started. Because that's the only way we can bring back the memory and bring back who we really are and tell people, and people will take us back and take us serious.
Yes. With only Sakomo, sorry, sir. With only Sakomo as a smash hit being the frontier of the tour. It's good, trust me.
Sakomo, even Sakomo, remix Sakomo, featuring Burna Boy.
Yes.
Remix
Yes. Yes.
Featuring Davido.
Yes.
Then remix Shade featuring Whiskey.
Yes.
Those are the songs I think will match each one of them.
Yes. Then if you can do that, you can now go on tour.
I have one for Yemelade and Tiwa. I love those two. They I've always told people that our girls will come up. Our girls will blow so bad because we have one of the baddest group of singers in Nigeria. We have singers, girls. As I went to church, I saw singers in churches. I saw them. They are all itching to blow up and to become people in life, to become great musicians. So they must be given a chance too.
Sir.
We have to harness everybody together. We have to bring it's everybody we have to carry along. My coming back as a solo artist, I think will trigger that. I think will trigger that movement you said. So let's work on my coming back first. Let's work on my project. It comes out. I know that I'm standing well in the social media. I'm standing well there in front of people. Figures are coming in. Then I can push. We can push.
That's a good idea.
Well, the issue of the remedy.
Good idea.
Do you understand?
But also,
I don't want to go to any of this.
This is one of my companies too. It's called Music, the streaming platform. It's like Audio Mac and Spotify. It's Nigerian owned.
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
We have to really get back what is ours. People have put our songs on Spotify. I see my songs on Spotify. I see our songs on Pandora and all that. We were ignorant back then. We know we made a lot of mistakes. We were ignorant. It wasn't for the money. We just came into the music industry for the love of it, for the passion. But people that were managing it and administrating it probably had other plans of their own. Fine, these things have happened, but our music is hanging in those platforms. So we don't get money for it. Other artists are being paid for their music to be on those platforms. Remedies is not getting paid for it. So all that we have to correct. That's why my comeback, is in place. We are coming back to correct those things to make sure that we can take back what is ours and give this money to the families, to the boys and their families. Idris and his family are there. Tony and his families are there. Those families supported us when we came out. Now these songs and their realities are supposed to be for those families. So nobody else will be eating it but them. So all those things will be corrected by the grace of God.
And there are some distributors who have licensing rights. You can partner with your new album and also with the other one, so that from going forward, when you are so that when you're re-uploading now, anyone that uses anything, the copyright will signal. To you. So it's very important. You're very right. And I want to ask you, what do you think of the industry now compared to that? What can you say now about the industry?
What do I think of the industry now? I'm a fucking proud father, man. I'm the proudest father on earth. I would die smiling. I would die laughing. Why? Because that dream that we had. Yes, that dream that we had and the children we gave birth to have matured a lot. And they've taken that dream to another level. They just didn't keep that dream. They just didn't stay. They've taken it. They took that Grammy that we said. That nice said it. Nice preached it. That will go. Himself. Anybody that time that listened to that song and thought that Nice was talking about himself, Grammy, is a fool, because Nice was prophesying. He was talking about Africa and Nigeria, especially taking that Grammy. And we have taken it. So Nice is a good prophet.
And musicians are prophets anyway.
You understand? So there are prophets, but some of them are wrong prophets.
You have false prophets. Even in the Bible,
you have false prophets, man. False musicians. There's some musicians that are flash in the pan. They just came with one hit wonder, and they are gone. They are never musicians. It was just it just happens. Life is like that. God uses that to teach us some lessons sometimes. If I want to lift anybody, I can lift anybody.
It's true. And I also wanted to ask you, what is your view on Afrobeats? I know you talked earlier on the Afrobeats, but as a genre, because they said there's the Afrobeats, the one fella without the S, and the Afrobeats with the S. So the one with the S now, what can you say about it? You like the infusions?
Oh man, look, it's about the producers. Let's give kudos to all our producers in Nigeria.
I'm telling you.
From Spells to God, I wish I could remember all their names. Anybody that's been producing for some of the artists I've called just now. From Runtown,
the Legendary Beats.
Legendary Beats, Run Town, Olamide, Spells, Timaya, Davido, Jesus Christ. In my heart, anytime I listen to Davido, I feel like he went to buy like 5, 6 producers, and they're all in one studio producing for him.
I'm telling you. And that is how he does his things.
You see, that I'm not wrong. And I'm not saying work, but that's how I hear in his music. It's not for one producer.
That's how it works. That is how it works. Songwriters everywhere.
Yeah. You know, and it's good to let people write for you.
Yes. Even Michael Jackson.
That's the best way.
Most of his greatest hits were not written by him.
Yeah,
even though he was a
not write
songwriter.
by yourself. I hear that Peruzzi is a very good songwriter.
Yes, yes.
Very,
very good.
It's just that he's not a good performer. He should go and work on his performance.
I'm telling you,
he will sell more if he takes very, very serious his performance on stage. He will sell more because he's a great songwriter. He can create anything on stage.
Yes, yes.
Songwriters make new songs on stage.
Yes.
So he should go and learn stage. He should learn. Tell him I said so. He should go learn stage performance. He will capture the world. That's what Burna Boy is doing.
Yes.
Burna Boy is not too much of a great singer. He's not. They're not born aware. Make it go. They know why they go. They never born him. I respect him a lot. He's a good boy. But they never born and make it sing go where I won't go. But Burna Boy knows. He knows the game. He knows the game. He knows what to do on the beat.
Yes.
He knows the timing, the kind of timings that will trigger the ear.
Yes.
He knows that timing. Those timings are the timings that are triggering the ear. That's what made Idris interesting. That's what captured Nigerians when Idris flipped. That flip he did, that's it. Timing on the beat. When you do some unique things on that beat at that timing, it captured some people.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. And this goes to my next question. What do you have to say to this next generation now? A lot of people want to come into music, but there's a lot of money. Burna Boy, they doing well. So, what is your advice as a pioneer to the youngest? I know this is very important.
First, that the Davido and the ones that they are seeing on top now, that they did not come easy. They did not find it easy. Even as rich as Davido's father was, Davido had to make some sacrifices. He told his story. His father had to make him make some sacrifices.
Yes.
Look, you have to go to school. If you don't go to school, to become that superstar. In another hand, others finished school gracefully, and then before they became superstars, like me, I finished school before I served.
Yes.
You know, but it happens in different ways. So I advise them to work hard. Music makes you work hard. Music is a very beautiful discipline that is high tech.
Yes. Make
it's
you sit your ass down.
Go and check music challenges every other profession.
Yes.
At first, they thought music was nothing, right? They thought music was nothing.
Yes.
Musicians were nothing, blah, 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 blah. Are musicians not one of the richest in the world now?
Yes.
You understand? So it depends on how people look at you and your profession and how you want to carry it.
Yes.
Because you can change their perception of you.
Yes.
So it's you that work hard, have God in mind. If you don't have God, you don't have nothing. So work hard, but have God, and then have focus. Just as you're working hard, be focused about where you're going, never deviating. Be sure. In this life, once you're positive and you're sure, you must get there, bro.
Yes.
You will get there. No matter how long it takes, you will get there.
Yes.
It is when we shake doubts and doubts and fear.
What if?
Is the weakest of man.
Yeah.
That's the enemy of man.
Yes.
We doubt ourselves. We doubt our capabilities, so we don't want to try. We don't want to go there.
Yes.
Because we are doubtful. We are fearful.
What if?
Me, I know the rest too. I don't see until I die.
Yes.
Maybe that day I would stop to talk of remedies and Eddy Remedy.
I feel you. I saw your performance
until I die.
Now.
But
I saw the performance.
I will always stay like this. I will always talk with energy. I will always express my life and my song and my message to people. People will like and go like her.
Yes.
The ones who don't like her, they go like her one day.
Yes. Yes.
You don't understand?
Yes.
So we come with love. We come in peace.
Yes.
but we want the story to be told well.
Yes, you're very right.
So I say thank you. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Yes.
Off tape show.
Thank you very much, sir.
Off tape show. 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 Now wanna pico. Off tape show. 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 Now wanna pico. Pico. Chai. Maybe I go use that. Maybe I go use that.
Even your episode, then I'm doing the promotion. This is what I'm going to be using as a voiceover. And lastly, I want you to give a shout out. I want you to give a shout out to the show.
Shout out. Update show. Hey, this is Eddyremedy live. We're hanging out with Jeff, the ruler, in the off tape show. Off tape show. Off tape show. Jeff, the ruler. Nice one.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, to have you here. In fact, I learned so much today. In fact, the over 1 hour we spent, it's not for nothing, honestly. And I know that so lots of people will learn from this. This is, I will not lie, this is my most exciting episode so far. This is the episode 10.
For real?
Yes, and it's 10.
Wow.
No, this is 10. It's
10 is a good number.
Yes, it's a very good number. The one with Orisuliki was 8, was 9, and this is the 10th one. And this is the most exciting one. I was saying to my colleague in the office that this, even when you left the last time, I said this is the most exciting one I've gotten. No, so I really do appreciate that. Yes, and I know the energy that you've released here is going to make an impact in the industry. Trust me, because I'm going to tag all the big blogs.
Amen.
I'm going to tag all of them once this episode comes out. Yes, so that
is one, man.
you'll see this through. Because you dished out a lot of
please keep in touch. Keep in touch.
Yeah, talking when your project comes out. I'm telling you about my own platform, Music now. We're about 20,000 downloads now on the App Store.
Yeah, nice
so we are growing every day. So we can promote you too on our social handles and even on the Off Tape Show, our handles. You can also promote you. Even on the YouTube, our show, we can put out the album to say it's out so that people can see it. So that's the essence of this show, Thank you very much, sir, for having us. I think you can leave me now. So you're giving us so much time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. I love you guys. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Bye,
bless
sir.
you too.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Bye.
Off tape is the off tape. This is the